So let me
Oh,
ask you this, man. So why is that DC car hated so much?
I mean, like I said, man, I done said in a few interviews, man, is that I done met some good guys out of DC. I ain't gonna sit up there and just throw them all under the bus. But when I first went in prison in 2002 and they had just closed the DC jail down, them dudes was just a different type of animal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to being around gangsters and murderers and thugs and you know what I'm saying and all that type of stuff because I came around it so it comes naturally. But when I went in the federal system and I seen them, you know what I'm saying, it was like different, man. You know, I'm talking about the robbing, I'm talking about the killings, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, and they ain't the toughest niggas in there. Hell no, I'm not saying they the toughest, you know what I'm saying? But they, they gonna stand on what they stand on. They very dangerous. They gonna stand on what they stand on. And it's a whole bunch of other tough motherfuckers in there that feel the way that they feel, but DC just gonna always be alienated to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like the only people that really fuck with DC, you got dudes out of New Orleans fuck with DC dudes. Like I never I like never understood that connection because dudes out of New Orleans quite naturally is from the South. But I know where it came from is when they opened up Polar, they opened it up with DC and New Orleans. Them white folks knew what they was doing. And DC thought it was something sweet because they looking at it like something from the South, like them niggas out of New Orleans sweet. But what they didn't know is that them niggas out of New Orleans was dope fiends like a motherfucker, just like they was.
Right.
Play the same, look, they into the same activities, the homosexual activities, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ain't just gonna point the finger at DC. Let me straighten that. I ain't gonna point the finger at DC and New Orleans and say they was the only one, because I got homies from, you know what I'm saying, Florida that done played in that game. Dudes from all over. But you got dudes from certain places, that's like they thing.
That's their
That's
thing.
like they thing.
That's what
If
they
you go
do.
to any fucking jail, it's gonna be dudes that's involved in homosexual activities. But man, them dudes over there, man, it's a different type of breed of dudes, man. Like I said, man, they gonna ride. They gonna ride. Like I said, you motherfucking fuck with one of them, it's gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just had never saw that. And then from the old DC to the new DC, you got a whole new generation of DC that the social media raising them so they're a little bit more hip. But the ones that I fell with 21 years ago, come on, man.
Savage.
Dudes, right now, y'all dudes from DC, I know y'all might be a little mad at me, but
I'ma
y'all
say
know I ain't
it.
lying.
Booty
That
bandits.
motherfucking Lawton crew,
Booty
y'all
bandits.
niggas was fucking shit up.
Booty
You was
bandits.
listen, you was fucking shit up.
Savages.
You a fucking little ass. Just keep it real. Let's keep it real, man. Come on, man. Let's keep it real, man. I'm not lying on y'all.
Booty bandits, nigga. DC booty bandits. Nigga,
Yes, man, I'm not
listen.
lying. But
No,
hold up. I done met some good motherfuckers. Shout out to Whitey. Shout out to Big Dog. I done met a whole bunch of good dudes, DC blacks and all that. I done met a bunch of solid dudes from there, but it was what it was, bro.
yeah, but them niggas gonna take some ass. Yeah,
Yeah,
straight
you
up.
goddamn right.
Yeah,
They'll take some
they
motherfucking
gonna
ass.
get a
They'll take
sliced
it.
ass.
Listen, man.
Now, let me ask you this. We kind of talked about it on the phone because the public don't know, right?
Yes, sir.
DC is a special case, though, right? DC is unlike any other city in America, right? Correct. So, and me and you talked about this because, like I told you, I got people in the feds, and they told me the thing. But in Washington D.C., it's its own providence. So, if you are in the city, or how does it work? You gotta be a resident from there, or you gotta just get arrested there.
Well, from my understanding, from being in that system so long, they shut Lawton down, which was their prison, because of all the corruption and stuff like that right there. You know what I'm saying? They shut it down because them dudes had them took over that jail. So when that happened, the Fed got jurisdiction and put them in the federal system. To answer your question, yes, just the District of Columbia, which is DC, are the only ones that go to the Fed prison.
Yeah,
because I think Baltimore and Virginia got their own, state prison still.
Got their own.
DC don't have their own, you know what I'm saying? They don't have their own shit.
So that pushes a lot of DC people in the system.
Correct.
Right. So on whatever unit you get on, it's gonna always be a substantial amount of DC cats. That's what you're saying?
Not really.
Not
really.
What I'm
saying? No, meaning that for every unit hold 120 men, 60 at the bottom, 60 at the top. It may be 15, 20 dudes from DC in there, 10. So they don't. The only place that the majority of DC dudes are at, like I was at Big Sandy, it may be 800 of them there. Lee County, Macquarie, you know what I'm saying? Places like that. That's like their backyard up there, in them like.
I got you.
Up there.
All right, you got this motherfucking Jack jumping. Hey man, you on the show, man. Talk to us. Who I'm talking to?
OG Hollywood.
Talk to us. You on the show.
CEO.
This CEO, man. You got a question for Ronnie?
Say it again.
You got a question for Ronnie? You called the show.
No, I got a question for all y'all, man. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to CEO. Me, you done talked before. I had to show you my motherfucking I had to show you my Tito's bottle because you said I was on motherfucking Old English 800 one time, but I ain't this ain't about that. Shout out to CEO. Shout out to OG. Shout out to OG and
yes,
shout out to Ronnie Red, man.
Yes, sir.
But that DC shit you talking about, man.
DC,
cut it out, bro.
DC,
cut it out.
Hey,
cut that bullshit out because
is DC.
Hold on. Let me tell you what I gotta say now.
You said BC.
You got
hold on.
You got faggots in all 50 states, my nigga. You feel me? I got some real niggas that I come up. I'm a little bit older than you, CEO.
Okay.
I'm 52, right? So I came up with the gangsters. Gangsters, right? I came up in the Rayful Ebner era and all that shit, right? And that's not to say here nor there. But what I'm saying is the niggas that I grew up with that went to prison for 26 years, came out, and 6 years later go back and do 6 more years. Them niggas ain't never been no. I know about the Lorton era and all that shit. Lorton was Lorton is not even in DC. Lorton is in Virginia. Correct. That's why they think you send the DC niggas. You understand?
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah. So hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can barely hear you, man.
Oh, okay. I got a question for you. You from DC?
I was born in DC. I moved from DC when I was 3 years old to Maryland. So I'm from the DMV.
Got you.
Okay.
I got you. And we hear you. You saying everybody ain't booty bandits. I got you.
And listen right here.
No, everybody ain't booty bandits, man. But let me ask you this. You got booty bandits in Texas?
Facts. Yeah, facts. Ain't no doubt about it.
So what's the whole thing about the DC booty band?
Okay, let me answer that question.
Okay, Ronnie.
Fucking all them boys or something?
No, listen to me. I'm finna hang up.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
And Ronnie gonna answer the question for you.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
He's finna answer the question.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
All right, go on, answer the question because he drunk. He ain't gonna stop talking.
Okay. The first thing I said when I addressed, the DC, and how they was getting down is I said everybody does it. I have homeboys from Florida that's into that. Let's get that clear. I'm gonna say it again. I have homeboys that's from Florida that's into that. Everybody. But when I first went in the system in 2002, I think they came from Lawton in 98 or 99 or something like that. That was a different DC crew, bro. And if you from DC, you know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. It wasn't. I ain't talking about the 2010 on up crew. The Lawton crew, man. Yes, they was fucking boys. Yes, they was, bro. They was. They was doing it everywhere, but certain spots was doing it more than others. And that's the only point that I'm making is that DC was doing it a little more than others. Yes, they was. I ain't gonna bite my tongue on that. I'm gonna keep saying it over and motherfucking over. That's what it was. That's what I saw.